be extremely happy to have those
All
guys.
right, Blaze, we're going to kick things off here on Harbor, but speaking about LATAM's finest, I mean the LATAM Kings, how do you feel about this roster heading into New Orleans? Because in Vegas, they were an absolute threat. They got top 3. These guys just keep getting better.
You know what? They're the best in their region. They got 5 of the most versatile players there as well.
Yeah.
This is going to be a difficult matchup.
Yeah, so as we look at Harbor, this is a big map, and the reason why I like Harbor so much is because it involves several different types of play styles. There's a lot of team shooting involved. You have a big group fight over near Win, and also the home hill players are also important down there by the docks. Who do you think is going to come out on top in terms of play style on this map?
Oh, you know, both these teams like to get in your face, use a lot of strategy. They got also a lot of flashy players as well, but also smart. You know what? And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
This Optic team, man, they've been the truth, and so far online, they've been showing us why they are so special, and that why they do plan on living up to the hype of this squad.
All right.
And as you see, you're gonna have Optic Gaming pushing right through Stern and Winch, and they're staying aggressive. They got one down, and they're deciding, you know, hey, just keep your foot on the gas. We know who we are, and Explosive's gonna pick up a double kill. Now they're just gonna be living on top of that home hill of LATAM Kings. What you're gonna see, LATAM Kings, they're defending that B hill.
Your Season 1 MVP mentor going absolutely huge here off the jump, but Desnot and Sleeper stepped up with 2 big kills to put Optic Gaming down 2 players. So now we are on board with Summons. Guys, if you take a look at this setup, Blaze, this setup is very special because when you're going for the domination, this is extremely important to actually spread out with your lancers and also have a guy on cutoff.
Yeah, and this where Summons is in a beautiful power position. You see how he's able to...
Oh my God.
But you see how he's able to get those shots in as those players are coming out of spine, and also getting them nice and peppered up for explosives to get those shots in and finish it off. But you're going to see LATAM King able to make it out of spine. Optic is finally going to find themselves in position to cap this B hill. They technically kind of had a 2-hill setup beforehand, but what LATAM Kings did was smart. Why? Because they said, hey, let's rotate one of our guys over to B, fight a 2v1 type of situation, and hold off long enough for our boys to get in position to take over that A-hill.
With Stern taken under control by LATAM Kings, Desnot and crew, they're going to go ahead and pull out their support weapons to offer fire. Mentu sneaks up, takes out Avarice with 1 shot, Explosive takes out Chaos. So here we go, Dezo in a 1v2. Oh, gives a little strafe, takes out Mentu.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I like the wall cancel.
There we go.
I like the wall cancel.
Dezo unable to make the clutch plays, but Optic Gaming taking advantage of this Stern Winch area, which is very important when it comes to Lancer fire across the map to support your teammates. So here we go on Explosive. He sees himself in the 1v2. He backed up just a little bit, but he's not scared. He's putting down shots, but he was unable to make a huge play.
I want you guys to take note of that adverse Desnot fight against Mental, because one is that should have been a quick 2v1. You can't allow Mental to get up there. Not this fight, but the one previously. You can't allow him to get up there and kind of break that setup and flip that 2v1 back in Optic's favor. They get that quick kill, then they're able to overextend and get towards Optic's home hill and also have a few more pushes to get themselves in position to get that neutral hill.
So with the time going to 200 points for Optic Gaming, it looks like it is pretty much over for the first round, unless LATAM Kings are able to make a triple cap, which seems pretty unlikely. Chaos getting hit with a Lancer with the last few seconds. He goes down, and your first round goes to Optic Gaming.
Yep. Optic coming out on top in round number 1. And we know LATAM Kings, they're going to go right for those dual spots, for those support weapons. Going to put something nice in the hands of Sleeper, rather if it's Marks or Botok or whatever it may be. But the thing is about that is that Optic on the other end is going to end up having Explosives who are going to be using those same weapons. And they're going to start picking it out. And yep, it's going to be the Marks for Sleeper. So, but also Explosives is going to be very deadly with that. Now, Explosive, we almost can call him the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was saying this with Optic is that you're going to have some position changes, right? Because when you kind of compare the play styles of Praised and Solours compared to Kenny and Icy, you know, they really don't kind of fit, you know? So from what I'm getting to understand, Explosive is going to be filling in more of what Kenny's positions was, right? And more of what Kenny's positions were, and then Praised and Solours will take Explosives and Icy's position.
That's going to be interesting to see, because I actually had a talk with Ryan, the coach, of Equifox, and we were comparing, you know, Solours and Kenny, huge skill from Adverse, but Solours is way more of an aggressive slayer. He's a power weapon, you know, jack of all trades. Do you think he could fit in well with that support role and just being where Mental and Explosives need him to be in big fights.
Most definitely, because you know you look at Explosives and you look at him with these, with even his base weapons or the secondary weapons, he is so deadly with them, and it's just as simple as that. And oh, that was going to be a good down on Monkeys that he got. Took one bullet. Praised going to end up cleaning up that kill. And we're going to see it's going to be Solours kind of fighting that 1v1 position against Sleeper. So he's going to have to use those weapons while Explosives focuses on the top half of the map towards that stern area.
If Solours is able to take down that support role extremely well, he's going to be definitely a threat. A guy that can support and slay out of his mind. But here we are, 1-1 Hills, 54-54. Things are tied up right now. Gameplay has slowed down here in the B area, but Solours.
This is a good fight in which I want to see, because they're going to cap up, but Solours, it's his job to defend this. Now, if his team finds himself in a difficult spot, he's going to have to push out and try to fight that 1v2 to at least decap that B hill. But he's going to get reinforcements in. Now, you don't want to sit up there too long. The team in which can sit in this position on this neutral hill is the team in which is controlling that winch, because they have those sight lines. Currently Optic, but now LATAM Kings trying to make something happen. You see the crosses coming out, the damage is there. They managed to get a kill and even our odds, but Solours getting a quick revive. If Monkeys was able to at least get that kill off the ground, you put Sleeper in such a better position with a 1v1.
Beautiful play from Summons as he came on the flank and he was able to help his teammates take down Adverse. And here we go, Sleeper taken out as well. So Solours picks up the kill. He moves along with Praise. They're in optimum position to go ahead and flank Adverse and Desnide, who's currently in the 2v2, which they won against Explosives and Mental.
Yeah, we're trying to see. We got Adverse trying to make a play happen. He's going to have his teammate with him. Was not able to connect that shot. But now Praise is going to start firing off a little bit. Looking for the third. Gets the brick. And he's going to get some help over the top. But LATAM King will be able to keep control of their home hill. They're also going to have the neutral hill as well. But folks, they're going to be down by about 50 points currently. They're going to have to react quick and try to get mid-map control. Also push across the map towards Optic Gaming's home hill.
Summons, the home hill player, previously on the old roster, full red, he gets taken out by Sleeper, and here we go with advantage here on the stern. We're going to see if LATAM Kings can go ahead and make a huge move. We take a look at the points. We hear the time ticking.
Nice 3-man, 4-man defense. Optics playing deep. Got the Lances out, trying to slow down LATAM Kings, that stopping power. And they're going to get it down. This is going to be good for them. Explosive gets the kill. We're entering that 200 mark for Optic with 4 players down. I make that 5 down for LATAM Kings. Optic's going to take 2 rounds in a row.
Blaze, that's what makes this team so damn scary, because when you look at Latin American Kings as a whole, I mean, they can do it all. They can slay. They're really good at supporting and shooting for each other. But this Optic Gaming roster, this new roster, they just seem to just bulldoze throughout the rest of the map.
Their clutch potential is so high.
It's out of this,
and that's
it's out of this row. And when you look at Explosive and Mental, you know, 13 kills, 12 kills, you know, apiece. These guys are really leading the way by example.
I think they're going to look at the single spot on Stern. I don't think they're going to go for these dual spots yet. It's definitely a strong possibility because they are very important. And whatever weapon you put here can help you in a fight up top at Stern. So it's either going to be blocks or Botox. If not, it's going to be a long-range weapon such as Sniper M-Bar on top of that Stern. But with this team, and I think that's good, because if you don't block that, then Optic's going to end up saying, hey, you know what? Let's put something here for Gilbert, which is explosives, and let's either get the Botox down or Hammerburst in and get that long-range potential to help us in these fights. But, you know, regardless of whatever happened, I think Optic would be okay on that, and the blocks is going to be fine, but our third weapon placement should be something on that Stern area.
Well said, Blaze. For 25 combined kills for Optic Gaming's top 2 players, Explosives and Mentals. We're going to go on board as you see a huge team fight with Desnide getting first blood on Summons. He's going for a second. Yes, he takes down Mental. Can he go for a third? Explosives?
They got to push.
Yes.
They can't let this round get away from them. And they're going to get 3 kills in a row. But Adverse, he needs to go, go, go. He can't stay there in that position any longer. Desnide is going to try to see if he can get across to help out Sleeper. He needs to be quick with this cross because Explosive is right there in front of him. He just needs to look across and put some shots in, and Explosive does go down. Now, Adverse trying to be patient. He's the lone warrior in this situation. Choosing to back up is going to be the smart move. He's going to lose a teammate over there by that winch area. He's going to back up. So not everybody in Ronin, in LATAM King, able to react quick enough to make that domination happen. But they got those 3 consecutive kills. You know that if Optic was in that same position, then that clock would be ticking and doom, doom, doom.
This is one thing I don't like. Chaos all by himself. Desnide taken out by Praise, and here we go. Optic Gaming making a push to regain map control right here in a very crucial spot. Sleeper takes out Summons. 1 player down for Optic Gaming, 2 down for LATAM Kings, and here we go. We have Chaos on the run. One of the top slayers for this LATAM Kings roster. He is being chased right now by Praised. Praised, known by his peers to be one of the best players. Galui, he takes out Chaos in a 1v1. And here we go, round 3 for Optic Gaming.
Praised in that fight.
Unfair.
He had a left hand.
Unfair.
Had a left hand, but he knew that, hey, if I can take a shot, I can give a shot. Chaos, he delivered that shot. Wasn't strong enough, and Praise said, let me show you how it's done, big fella.
See, Praise is going to test you. Praise is going to see if you really want it, and he will push that 1v1 if he's really feeling it, which is about 100% of the time. So,
okay, so I
like that.
I like it, yeah.
I like it a lot.
And I like it as well. And, you know, it's been a while since we cast Harbor, but even on our last Harbors, and I think it was with this LATAM Kings team, we saw that Boom get placed middle.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's like, it's just kind of like, think of it as reclaimed as well. You're not winning that bowl fight, you're going to switch it towards Barn. Some teams aren't even prepared to fight for a weapon of this stature in mid-map.
Right.
So we'll see which team has the best strategy, but both teams are going to be focusing 3 players towards this boom shot.
With the smoke grenade down, we see Solours offering support fire. It's Chaos. Picks up the boom shot and he gets away untouched. So here we go. LATAM Kings. The favorite ones win around right now. Summons takes out Desnide. But here goes Chaos. Yeah, for the right situation. Go ahead. Use this boom shot.
Now Adverse, at first he was like, yo, can I push this winch? And he's gonna find out that no, it's not gonna be an easy task. He's gonna go down. But this is cool. Chaos, he just needs to be patient. He has 2 booms. Bait out Adverse. He's going to tap. And Optic knows it. They say, hey, boom's in position. Don't move just yet. But this push is going to have to be unified. And they may need one more member. Even if they got boom shot, they're still pushing at a height disadvantage. So LATAM Kings is going to at least need one more player in this area to make it happen. Or Adverse has to be the ultimate bait. And that's not how you're going to end up having to do it. Not enough personnel in that area. Optic is going to get 5 players down and make the best of the situation. Domination is going to come through.
Pretty unfortunate for Latin American Kings in that situation. I would say with the boom shot, they were making the right play by playing it slow and waiting for their teammates to come and help them out. But Chaos was not able to wait long enough as 2 of his teammates went down and he had to make the ultimate push. But that push was... I'm not a fan of it.
That's you know what, but I felt like they kind of felt like they had to make it. If Chaos was to roll back in that situation, he's got 2 Lancers shooting at him, right? He was not in a position to run whatsoever. They had to go forward. It's just that Avers needs to tap into his inner toy soldier and use that movement to draw as much fire as he can. But also, you need to try to go for that first target as well.
I have a question.
What's up?
I mean, you've been playing Gears for a while, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. So earlier on, I felt like they had a solid push that they could have done if they had Adverse go up first. Do you think that they waited a little bit too long with that boom shot? When you have the boom shot, should you be aggressive or passive?
You do want to be aggressive in those situations, but the initial push that Chaos tried to make through that middle lane was not a good one. If he went to the top right away, he would have made it up there. He would have got that height advantage, and he would have forced all of Optic out there off of that power position, but he wasn't quick enough.
All right, here we go. Chaos with the aggression. He downs, I believe, Solours. Unable to pick up the kill, but he's going to cap the hill. Solours cleaned up by Chaos. I mean, Sleeper, sorry. Chaos picks up the scenario nades, and here we go. LATAM Kings on a roll takes out 2 players of Optic Gaming, and they also pick up the boom shot.
I'm a kind of, the boom shot did get picked up, but it will be, Chaos is going to pick it up off the ground, so he did get it. Now, Chaos needs to make a decision on which way he wants to go, but I want to say that Optic baited the boom. They pushed they pushed 2 players through the top stern, and they got those shots in on the back of LATAM Kings. The LATAM Kings realized that, hey, we got to push forward. So it was a little bit of chaos, but I like the strat in which Optic did. But boom shot still going to go in the hand of LATAM Kings. So he's going to have to shoot that one, but that was perfect timing. He shot it, and the hill recapped, so that full 3 seconds was not up yet. So they're still controlling this 2-cap, and his boom has a great angle. Optic's not going to go in here just yet. If Mental wants to bait out this boom, that would have been a good play. Get the boom out, respawn quickly, and get in positions with your team. But now, Optic's going to push up top. They said boom or no boom. Now, Chaos needs to decide what he wants to do. Because now this is not a very advantageous position. Nobody will push through that lane.
No.
He's just hoping that his teammates hold off up top. And they're getting pushed out. And it's looking like Praised and Solours still alive. And they're going to take Desnide down. They're going to get Monkeys. And they still win that fight. Boom kill coming in for Chaos. But still, you're going to lose the fight up top on Stern.
Here we go. Chaos taking out huge push by Optic Gaming as they were able to take out the player with the boom shot and go for the triple cap to Blaze. Round 5 goes to Optic.
Yes, it does.
Going against this team, so we're kind of seeing a pattern here with LATAM Kings. They pick up the boom shot, they have the power weapons, and we see a lot of passiveness.
Yeah.
When you go against a team full of Slayers like this, does passive play work out for you like the Insanes back in the day?
It depends on if that's your true team's identity. If you're being passive because that's your play style, or if you're being passive because you're scared, right?
Right.
Those are the two differences of that. If it's passive because of your play style, in the sense of how we kind of saw with the old school team Envious, you're going to find your ways to win that round, right? You have a structure in place in which you practice for to win those rounds. But if you're just being abruptly passive because of fear, then you haven't practiced those situations. LATAM Kings is a very aggressive squad, and when we watch them play other teams in Latin America,
I expect more.
they look like Optic, right? They're
Right.
go, 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 right? Why is that? It's a lot of confidence in which they have. And they need to figure out how to get the same confidence in this situation, but the way that the scoreboard is set up, I don't see no changes happening anytime soon.
I'm just saying, I'm going to fight fire with fire. So here we go, round 6. Another huge fight. Marks is picked up by Explosives and Sleeper on LATAM Kings. And let's see who picks up the boom shot. Embar picked up by Desnide. It's going to be huge if he can make a huge play. He's in the 1v1. Full red, getting shot on the side. Summon able to pick up the kill, but he was unable to get the Embar as it was popular.
So you saw those long-range bullets come in, and I don't know if it was by Explosives who had the shot, but one is that's the importance of marking, but also at the same time, some opportunities and some windows that you have to take control of the game are very small. Okay, you got to be efficient with those small opportunities.
I like that. You see how long it took for the boom shot to get picked up? Optic Gaming is learning. Oh my God, adverse. Optic Gaming is learning how to slow down their opponent's gameplay. They were able to drag that out, have Summons fight the 1v1 and go on from there.
That's
so
good. That's good shot calling, right? That's good shot calling. That's gonna be Explosives with that.
Yes, adverse ran down Soldiers to pick up the kill, and here we go, Dezo with a nice headshot.
All right,
so taking a look, B is being captured by LATAM Kings. Both home hills captured by their respective teams.
Let me pull my timer out real quick.
There we go.
Let me pull my timer out because, the way this new boom is set, well,
it's down.
Yeah, so the boom is down, but boom coming up in Embar is on a minute 30 respawn timer. Boom shot's on 2 minutes. So we're gonna assume that both of these get picked up early game. But if that Embar is up, you can just kind of rotate that Embar down low. That 30 seconds is plenty enough time. And one thing that LATAM Kings do very, very well is the quick picks, right? Throwing proper smokes, getting quick picks, and getting power weapons right away. But it comes down to the second step. First step is good, but second step is being efficient with those weapons.
Chaos and Sleeper attempted to bait and switch, but they were unsuccessful. Summons was able to back up with teammate support, downing both members for the kill. Here we go, Explosives with the headshot with the marksman. So, back on Solars, the support player for this team with 9 downs. He gets taken out by Adverse. Adverse, the guy that went absolutely off in Vegas. I love the kid. He has streaks where he goes on these rampages.
Yeah.
Everybody on this LATAM Kings roster, they're able to do that, which is something we've yet to see in this game, but I would love to see them pick it up here to make it a game against Optic Gaming.
You know, it's going to be map number 1. This is also a map pick of LATAM King. And
really?
Yeah, this is going to be their map pick. Optic loves COG way more than they love choosing maps. So we can all take that as a note. But, so, in this situation, you're going to see Mental. He's going to be pushing out towards that top side. You got 2 heals in control of LATAM King. So, they're in a good power position. The most important thing is just making sure that they do not get dominated and they keep this pressure up. Mental connects with 2 shots on both of them.
Oh my,
so, he's like,
easy! Don't do it! Mental!
Oh,
a one-man army.
And you know what? He went for those body shots purposely. He knew the distance that he had between them both. And after getting those body shots, but he knows he has to try to get in. He's going to get some extra help from Summons. So they secure their home hill, and he's able to push back up to Stern, get a height position. So now we'll see what he wants to do. I kind of want to stay on board with Mental just a little bit longer.
Don't get off of him.
Woo!
Oh
There
my
we go.
God, 3 kills in a row.
How much? What else you got for me, Bill? You got something on Monkeys?
No,
Monkeys looking crazy at you. Monkey's looking crazy at you. How about you headshot Monkeys right down the right? Yeah.
Give him a little something.
See me, watch him. He's gonna headshot him. Let y'all know right now. Monkey's gonna
look at the confidence. Look at the confidence.
Oh.
Don't get the kill. Oh my God.
It wasn't a headshot, but the kill did come through.
4 in a row for Mental.
Oh.
He goes in. Oh, unable to get the 5th kill.
Big ups by Chaos surviving. He got 2 teammates, but he got another 1v2.
The clutch.
Oh.
The clutch.
Oh, the teammate got up and the trade comes through. That was big for LATAM Kings.
Ooh.
With the threat of a domination coming through. They do get their first round on the board, folks. And that's going to do wonders for their confidence, but they stepped it up at the end. Big plays by Chaos.
Yeah, that was one hell of a round plays. What more can we say about Mental? You know what? That's what separates him from the rest of the pack. The fact that he stood there in a 1v2, hit both shots, challenged the 1v2. Who does that?
So also in that fight, he could have tried to put, after he shot the one guy with the M-bar, he could have put the second shot on him because he was the closest.
And just killed him and had a 1v1.
And killed him, right? And then had another 1v1. But he opted to go for the other guy in the back. Once he do, he was like, yo, both of you guys are 4-pointed. It's done at this point.
Right, if I'm Ashes sitting behind him, I'm like, boy, you better run.
You better go. You better go.
Exactly, so heading in round 7. Here we go. And guys, this is a reset, so the weapons that were there previously aren't anymore. Optic Mental on board with us. 21 kills, 8 downs. He picked up another down in this team fight. He's going to help out Praised, who's currently in the 1v2, able to stay alive as he downs one player. Praised gets down. Here goes Mental, picking up a double kill with Summons.
He comes through. And so we saw that double team across that line. And they will put a horn. Right. But you saw the double team across that line. So those two secondary weapon positions that got blocked on top of the home hills on the first round would have been key to fight that, right? You got a mark there. You can kind of keep those guys' head down and force your teammates to have a more successful fight on that winch. So we'll see if something kind of gets changed in this half. But in this one, it's looking all Optic so far. You got 3 members of LATAM Kings pushing up towards third. Mental's going to kind of rotate out, using his smoke for cover. Going to take a quick 1v2 with his teammate. And LATAM Kings, they're aware of it. They're going to back up and play their numbers. But
Mental is happening. Okay, Mental unable
to
show off once again for the stream. We are on board with Adverse. Guys, remember, if you want to watch this team and more live, purchase your tickets for New Orleans. I'm telling you now, Vegas was crazy. New Orleans is only going to be better with an event with 2 games, Halo and Gears of War. But back on board, Summons gets a kill on Designite. So with a hill count of 2-1, LATAM Kings, they do have an advantage, not by point-wise, but soon they will. And we're going to see if Optic Gaming can go ahead and make this push to capture E.
Also, I'm going to say, you know, even back on the whole New Orleans point, is that for you guys at home that wasn't around when Gears first entered the esports realm back in 2007, when Halo and when multiple games was under the same roof. Very few people have got to experience something like that, and you never know when one of these opportunities is going to come around again. So, you know, come chop it up with pros from multiple different games, multiple different influencers, and but most importantly, the influencers of Gears of War, and support the game that loves you.
Exactly.
You know
Help both scenes grow. Because the one thing that I loved about multiple game events is that when we played, we have players like Walshy and others coming up to watch us.
Yeah.
And that was something special. The fact that you can have an audience from 2 different AAA titles come by and watch your game being played, it is the best.
You know, in Vegas, I actually met Walshy for technically the first time. Even though I've watched him for years, I've been in multiple different venues with him for years.
Such a nice guy.
But I met him for the first time, and you know, when I walked up to him, I just said, you know, I just want to say that you're a legend, and I appreciate you. That was the first words that came out of my mouth, because I never got a chance to show him appreciation, because of what he did with Final Boss back in that day and the superstar that he was in. That's still deep to my core, so I'm going to always show respect for him because of the way that Final Boss paved esports in a sense, and the way that they brought that excitement in those early storylines and showed that early dominance of what a real team looks like. And you guys, I'm going to tell you, if you've never seen dominance like that before, then you're mistaken, because Optic Gaming is the next team, is that next Final Boss.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, just Optic
I mean,
Gears,
they are
Optic
so
Gears.
far.
Yeah, so far. They've already done it, and they're about to do it again. It's like when they dropped Sam for Strong Side and they went on another run, right? That's kind of what's happening now.
Quick fun fact before we head on to the game. That was my second time meeting Walshy. I met Walshy in San Francisco in, I think, 2004, and that's when I found out about competitive gaming. But on board with Chaos. Oh, here we go. 3 Optic members down. Summons and Soldiers, the last one's alive, and here we go. Monkeys offering shots. 2 hills currently in control from LATAM Kings. The Summons was able to get a headshot on Monkeys. So Optic Gaming, Summons, keeping the streak alive with 2 straight kills. The question is, can Optic Gaming go ahead and make this push? Summons, can we go on Summons screen, please? The man is on the terror cleaner. There we go. Summons 3 kills straight, 23 kills, 11 downs. Here he is, a guy that we usually see, you know, playing a passive role. No, with this new Optic Gaming roster, he is doing improved. He's aggressive. He's in the fights. This is a summons that we would love to see that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, and you know, Summons in general has done wonders for this team. Just the way he plays his position, he is a real soldier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to have soldiers on your team. Not everybody needs to be a leader. Not everybody needs to be in the spotlight. You just sometimes need soldiers to get the job done. And he is one of the best soldiers that be out on the scene. You're gonna see LATAM Kings get up to top stern. They pick up 2 kills. They're gonna get 3 kills as well. That's gonna be 4 members down from Optic Gaming, all left to Solours. He's gonna be live, but these are gonna be short respawn timers. Now the home hill of Optic is being threatened, and the domination is coming through. The question is, can Optic have some of that Optic magic in the situation? And LATAM Kings wasn't having it.
Turning it up a notch. These guys went on the tear for the last streak of kills. LATAM Kings trying to make it a game, down 2-6. I mean, we've seen comebacks before, but against this Optic Gaming roster, it will be an extremely high uphill battle. But if I were to put my money on any team to do it, LATAM Kings can at least make it close.
They definitely can. And we talked a little bit about that line, right? And having that marks in that position, and you've seen it placed beforehand. That marks it did go down. So now both teams are going to have a little bit of help on that line to kind of keep that player's head down so they can focus on that fight at Winch. And then you're going to see that torque bow being dropped. And, hey, the torque bow is going to be good. It's still a long-range weapon. You can still work those sight lines from being on top stern with that high elevation as well once you win that team fight. So we'll see what happens. But most definitely, it's going to come down. You see Mental. He's going to hit that Winch. And he's hitting that corner coming around. And he's trying to chase, but he's actually going to back up. So this is the most important fight.
All right, Mental, full red. Let's see if he can make magic like before. Praised takes out Adverse for the first blood. Before red, Mental is going to run away to help out his 2 teammates in the 2v1. No, he's going to sit back with his Lancer, offer support fire. The rest of his teammates get pushed by. They take out Monkey. Mental with the torque bow. Something I haven't seen since Gears of War 3, Blaze. And here we go. Making sure Desnite is full red as he's picked up by his teammate Praise, cleaning up the kill. 2 hills to 1. LATAM Kings doesn't look good for him.
And Vale, and for our new viewers out there, that's what makes the torque bow so important, because it has that splash damage. So whatever you hit is going to have that splash damage radius. So Mental knows that he can just put the torque bow on the wall, right? And if that guy still sits in that position, if you don't know where that torque bow lands, he can still pick up the kill, kind of how we saw on the ground with that person who was fighting at the Winch. So at this point, usually we're going to see some players, he was trying to wait for the guy to kind of straighten his sight line. Usually we'll see him just shooting right at the ground and roll back and kind of have that wall. But folks, domination coming through. We'll see, can Adverse do anything? He cannot. Optic Gaming comes out on top, map number 1, 7-2.
So he's this Optic roster.
A little bit more to chaos, but that's kind of like the duo on what you need, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 in what you need going off. And if you got Sleeper being super annoying with those secondary weapons, then that's going to be huge too as well, because that's going to be putting a lot of pressure on your opponent.
That's going to be key.
And as I talk, you need to figure out how to make Optic feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
A good secondary weapon player with the Photox, Hammer Burst, Marxes, if they're constantly hitting shots, that's a lot of damage out there on your opponent, and their playstyle will change.
Here we go, Solours being extremely aggressive in the 1v2. He puts a shot out in the smoke, tags Adverse. He wants to make a move,
But he got stunned.
here he goes. Support fire coming his way to help him out. Explosives taken out, so Solours feeling pressure to make a move. And here we go, Optic Gaming making a push. Solours with the angle, puts out a shot, hits it.
This was nice. That was actually a good play by Ronin, but the question is, can they perform and finish it off? Yes. So the play was to flip that right hand advantage. They pushed through and they took the right hand away from Optic Gaming after they didn't make good use of it. Also, their teammate, the third guy, was able to kind of win his engagement, so they wrapped around with right hand and more numbers as well. So they was able to take that fight. Now Optic is on the defense trying to defend their home hill. Well, actually, Optic is on offense. They're on top of LATAM King's home hill.
Ooh.
And LATAM King's looking to finish them off. They're going to get both kills, but they're trying to stay alive. Desnite said, hey, let me get the quick read. But you see the angles in which Optic has by these game rooms. looking deadly.
Dez now with a double kill and a revive, making a huge play for his team. Adverse gets taken out with a headshot. Chaos picks up a kill as well. So here we go with the team fire. Optic Gaming looking strong as Chaos is taken out. One thing about this map, Blaze, is that the team shooting lanes, they're pretty wide. So that's what I like to see from both teams at this point in time, to see Lancer Fire go across your screen. Solar's in the ideal spot to support for his teammates. But here we go with Explosives pushing for the 1v1, which will soon be a 1v2. With no fear, he pushes up, gets down, and he's soon going to be taken out.
Yeah, Praised is going to come off spawn a little bit late. But like I said before this map started, that's the beauty about it. And actually, I prefer the home hill setup with A and C on the first half a lot better than your home hill plus the neutral. And because you see all those sight lines from having that top rock control, from having the game room control. This is the setup that LATAM Kings have. They're able to split up and keep the pressure on their opponents, but also at the same time, when your team spawns up, they are right back into action based off on how close that home hill is to spawn. So LATAM Kings currently running that setup, and they have the slight lead. We'll see how they can build it up. But you see, just the shots they're able to get off, all the Lancer bullets, and they're going to make quick work of Optic. And we'll see if they want to play for the domination and push this one through, or just wait for Optic to respawn and play out again.
Optic Gaming with a huge 3-for-3 in that push with their teammates. Praise takes out Adverse, so that is 4 kills in a row for Optic Gaming. All players alive for them. This is time for them to go ahead and make this push. You should take a look at the overhead
So
map.
Optic made the smart play. They say, hey, we got enough time. They chose to push the lane by the B hill that was not covered by LATAM King to try to get themselves out of spawn, make sure they got all 5 players spawned up. Also, they want to hit both these home hills simultaneously because they don't got much time to work with. The C hill gets decapped, getting recapped, but the kills did not come in favor, and that was a great defense by LATAM King, showing how to properly set up on home hills on lift.
Here we go. Exciting first round. All right, Optic Gaming looking to end this in a 2-0 fashion if they keep the streak alive. So Des and I, what weapon would you like to see them place?
So this is going to be, let's see. Yeah, they're actually going to go for these marks. And actually, guys, I apologize. That's the quick switch between the two maps, because I called that at the end of that last round as if LATAM Kings came out on top with it, but it was actually Optic Gaming. So my apologies on that one. That was Optic Gaming showing you guys how to run a proper 2-hill setup. I get, sometimes you get confused on a quick switch between maps. But yeah, so that was Optic Gaming, and you're gonna see LATAM Kings get those markers down, and the reason why they do it is because Sleeper is very, very deadly with it.
Yes, and here we are. We see a 2-3 split. The duos are going over near the marks to pick them up, and here we are on board with the Adverse being extremely aggressive. He has Solars in the sights, gets him with one shot. Mental picks up the marks. So here we go. Latin American Kings making a huge push. They find themselves in a 1v1 Adverse. Big fight against Praise. Praise being backed up by Explosive, who came up with a Lancer. He was able to take out Adverse, and Optic Gaming is on the run.
Yes, they are. And so, gonna have Chaos come in. He's gonna be able to pick up that kill. 2 hills in favor of LATAM, and could not get the third, but we'll see if he has any teammates close. It will be Monkeys. Monkeys needs to make a decision with right-hand advantage. Does he want to push and take this fight with Solars? And he chooses to back up. I think he was taking some shots across map, so that's why he chose to back up. Yep, his team, he's going to be taking more shots. He's going to go down, but nobody's going to be in position to get the kill, so he's going to put himself in a safe position. But at first, I was going to say, hey, you need to take those fights, Monkeys. That's a right hand, no matter who it is. And but he just could not.
He made the right play. He made the right play. He went over to his teammate, got revived, and was able to get the kill, but Summons with his pistol out, putting in heavy work. He's coming to help out his teammate. A little bit too late as Explosives was taken out, but Adverse and Praise teamed up together to take down, Summons and Praise teamed up together to take out Adverse before Summons was shortly down by Sleeper's Lancer.
And Summons is still in this hill. He's going to be able to cap this up and actually hold down the 2-cap for the squad. So now, Optic is showing us, hey, once again, focusing on the 2-cap, focusing on controlling both game rooms, and now just slowing down the pace. LATAM Kings, but once we saw at the end of the first half, at the end of the first round, they're pushing out. They're making that B hill their home hill instead. So, and that's going to be good because it gives them that space to let the rest of the team spawn up, to put themselves in a position and make a good team push is try to regain control of both these home hills.
Earlier on Blaze, I said that in order for LATAM Kings to actually have a chance, they had to come out strong on initials. They've done that twice. It seems that the mid-game at Desert for Optic Gaming is just too strong as these guys, they're able to adapt and control the round no matter what situation is thrown at them. So here we go, Chaos coming off of 5 seconds to revive as LATAM Kings are being pushed. 2v3 Monkeys unable to help out. So he backs up with a Lancer, but Desnai comes up, takes out Mental Sleeper. Headshot summons and 3 players killed in a row for LATAM Kings. And here they are on the offense. Monkeys coming up with a flank, but no, he wasn't able to do it because Desnai was able to take out Praised on his own. So here they go as they go for a 2-hill cap.
We'll see if they can get it. They're trying to recap the C hill. Both teams, if they keep one hill in their favor, it will be LATAM Kings tying us up 1-1. And I think Optic knows that. That's why they're just trying to decap this home hill as soon as possible. Oh, he got in the time. He got in the time.
Did he? All right, there
oh,
we
and
go.
actually he didn't. Okay.
You can't let that happen to you, man.
I thought he hit that back roll. His play would have had to been just get in the hill and try to get some long range shots in, right?
Yeah.
Hold that L trigger and try to get that down from a distance while you're decapping that hill. But that's a small room for error, and not all players can kind of see that in the midst of, you know, trying to push across map. And yeah, exactly, and trying to make that play for your unit.
Gears of War is a very fast-paced game, and when you get to the top level, you're going to have to be able to multitask. You're going to have to be able to do multiple things at once. You're going to have to think about the score, where players are on the maps, paint a picture for your teammates, and also get kills. That's why I love this game. It requires a ton of not only in-game skill, but mental. It requires a lot of mental talent to be able to compete at a high level. All right, so here we go, round 3. When they look at the duo, Adverse. His teammate pushing up, being aggressive.
But the smoke was bad. The smoke didn't get a stun. That's why he took so much damage. We saw Solours able to get a lot of shots in with that pistol. Chaos was able to have to fly in and try to release some of that pressure off his teammate. But they need the flank to come through soon. Adverse said, hey, you know, forget getting my health back. I need to get in here and help you. He goes down, but now he leaves his teammate in the clean 1v1, not able to do it. Solours comes out on top. He's going to get that M-bar to reward himself for his efforts, and we know how deadly he is with this weapon.
One of Optic's new latest pickup, Solours, going absolutely big. Picks up the M-bar, picks up his 10th kill, his 3rd kill in a row for this round alone. Solours, one of the most fearsome players from Echo Fox earlier on in the season, now making a play.
Now, yeah, that second shot was a stylish shot. He noticed the guy's full red after he hit him with the first one. Help's going to come through, but you know that decap did come in. But you know, based off of being early in this round, you know, wasn't super, super detrimental. The domination is still going to come through. The rest of the team is in position, defending the home hill. Desnai surviving by a string. He goes down. And Optic Gaming will end up taking round number 3. Now, I'm curious to see what does LATAM Kings want to do when it comes down to weapon placement. They may actually place down Boom Center between the 2 home hills. They love the quick, aggressive team fights. That's their play style. And even if the M-bar is on the other side of the map, it really doesn't matter. It's kind of like, think about Foundation as well. We've seen that M-bar be placed on top of the B hill on Foundation, and also still people will play for Boom under close. You know, the M-bar is just treated as a 1v1 at that point, but they're going to go for the block. They like how it's set up. They want to get. It's only one round. It's only a 1 round difference between the 2.
Sometimes you're gonna have to look ahead. One thing about this LATAM Kings roster is that off of initials, 2 out of 3 rounds, they were favored.
Yeah.
They were unable to take control mid-game on. So if you're able to win initials and you have a heavy weapon down to control, I feel like that's the play you should make.
If LATAM Kings just completely destroy this round, they will place that Boom down.
Oh yeah.
But if they do win this one pretty convincingly, they're gonna end up putting nades or ensigns on the other half of the map. So
yes, but also at the same time, no need to panic. But here we are, Praised on the flank of his teammate. Is getting chased by 2 players, but here he goes. In a 1v2 situation, Adverse gets taken out by Solours, so 1 player remains on LATAM Kings in this 2v2 situation. But no, help comes as Desnai takes out not only Praised, but Solours as well. He picks up the marks and he's offering shots across the map.
Now Desnai is going to be rotating back around, going to help his teammate cap this B hill. Going to be looking mid-map to see if he can see any players crossing But now, going to end up having to double back towards his home hill. As I say that, his team does win the fight. You see the other 3 players across the map. They're pushing forward. Now the sound of the M-bar is going to be... The sound of the M-bar is powerful as well, because now you got to realize where that guy is. And I was wondering if Desnai saw that flank early on, but he gives him the okie doke, manages to not take any damage. But he has to say, hey, I need to probably defend this B hill as well.
Cool.
The smoke stun comes through. That's going to give Summons enough time to decap and get off the scene. So, and he comes back in.
He tried to stall
He says,
on
why
him,
you think I ran? He says, why you think I was going to run from you? I was just dodging a shot.
I don't know if you saw it, but when Summons was being shot at, he ducked.
Yeah.
He ducked. That was next level.
But you see the
coincidence,
playmaking of it is that he dodged and pushed right away because he says, yo, this guy thinks I'm going to rotate back around, or he thinks I'm going to be patient and wait for him, or he thinks I'm going to be passive because he has a power weapon. No, he got back right in that fight.
Summons is smart, man. That's one thing that's underrated about Summons. I mean, being a 1v1 player, you have to know when to push and pick your battles, and Summons knew exactly when to push and bait for Desnai to go ahead and try to strip that M-bar. So here we go, Chaos. Desnai gets taken out by Optic Gaming. Domination is coming through. Monkey fighting, but it gets taken out last second as Optic Gaming picks up the 3rd round this map.
You know, as a player, you find yourself in situations like this, and you visualize your next play in your head, right?
Yeah.
You see 3 people in front of you, you visualize what you may need to do to kill all 3 of those people, or to win that 1v1. And sometimes it does not go your way. Majority of the time, it does not go your way. But for Summons, I feel like the play that he visualizes in his head, 8 out of 10 times goes his way.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to go on board with Solours. Player with 15 kills, going absolutely big for this team. Feeling right at home. Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't aware, Solours actually started off with this team. And now he's back home where he belongs. So here we are, 3-1 Optic Gaming. Smoke grenades out, and Adverse with the aggression gets hit by Solours. The Solours taking a little bit of damage. He backs up behind the smoke grenade, trying to find a nice mark. His teammate Praised goes in there for the kill, but he finds himself in a 1v2 with a pistol out, unable to capitalize. Solours gets taken down by Adverse. So here we go, Praised with explosives coming in for backup. Explosives able to immediately make a play, downs and takes Adverse out. So in a 1v2 scenario, Praised finds himself full red. Explosives was able to come back and get both kills by taking out Chaos.
An inch was the difference in that fight. If that down player started crawling a little bit quicker, where Explosives couldn't get that kill, clean up that kill, since it is execution rules from the other side of that gate, then that guy would have tapped up and he would have been back in a fight. It would have been a 2v2 situation. But just an inch on that one. But you're gonna see an Optic Gaming controlling the B hill in their home hill. Praised looking for some angles, but most importantly, he's just gonna be controlling this area of the map with those 4 kills going in favor of Optic Gaming. Gonna use his M-bar to get some shots in on Adverse. Most importantly, get himself in his hill with the rest of his team. And they know that LATAM Kings is not in a position to get to that B hill in time, and they have to come straight to them.
Not at all. One thing I'd like to point out is how smart Optic Gaming is. Every player on that team, they know when to rotate to help out a teammate whenever somebody falls. Explosives, he was able to come immediately. It came to a point where a 2v2, even though Optic Gaming lost a player in Solours, it really made no difference because Explosives was right there to help out.
Yeah.
And that's what you need from a captain as a player with that high of an IQ like Explosives.
And, I just hope that with LATAM Kings, as they approach this show match, and especially with the earlier rounds on Harbor, they say, hey, let's try this different. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's run this game plan. Let's be super aggressive and go blow for blow, matchup for matchup, and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Rather than try to be too smart in this situation. Well, I ain't gonna say too smart, but rather than be too evasive in certain situations, because this is a show match, and this is gonna be one of the very few times where you're gonna be able to play Optic Gaming and not have anything to lose, right?
Yeah.
One of the very few times you'll be able to play them in a serious environment and not have anything to lose. So that's where you really have to be crafty with your practice.
You know how you have to take it. Fatal Strike, the coach of CogCouple Gaming, he said 2Ks or quizzes, LAN events, those are the real tests.
Ooh. Okay.
So listen, this is the time where you have to try different things. You have to switch up the play style if things aren't working. If you don't win it all, you know what? Oh well. You're gonna live to fight another day. But get all the practice and reps in that you can, trying different. Beautiful headshot by Chaos as he takes out Explosives. But this is the time when you try out different things, because when LAN hits in 2.5 weeks, July 13th, you can be able to throw these different strategies at him that you practiced earlier on in 2Ks.
Chaos been deciding he wanted to cap this hill or if he wants to try to help his teammates. He could have capped the hill 6 years ago.
Oh my God!
Oh.
2 in a row for Chaos.
He had a mission, though. He had a mission.
12 kills and an M-bar. Chaos going absolutely off. He's on fire. 2 for 2 for headshots at the moment. Let's see if he can go ahead and get a third. All right, Optic Gaming up 4 rounds to 1, but also down 1 hill to 2. Being up 83 to 53. LATAM Kings, they need to go ahead and make a push to...
Oh, he was the second off of that release. And I don't think it was him trying to get away. I just think it was a mistiming on the release of that M-bar.
You know what? I really like what Kels was doing with that M-bar. He was positioning himself around the map, so, you know.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a trade.
There we go.
Oh,
Chaos
that worked
able
out.
to get up and gets a kill on explosive before he was picked up by Solours and Amisha. Solours in a 1v1 against Adverse. Adverse staying in cover, waiting for the smoke grenade to come by to make sure that Solours dropped the meat shield. He runs away because a 1v2 was not ideal at that very moment. So with the C hill uncapped, we're going to see Solours go ahead and capture that hill for his team.
And once again, LATAM Kings in a position where, you know,
they were in a great position.
Yeah, they've been spotting this B hill. They're both home hills getting capped up by Optic Gaming. So from what I'm seeing is that LATAM Kings, this new M-bar is going to be spawning up very, very soon. We'll see who is going to go back in Chaos's hands. He's feeling himself, so we need to go on board with Chaos because he's going to be the playmaker and the difference maker in this situation. On if LATAM Kings can kind of break through the setup and not go down into the half 5-1.
Here we go, another headshot. 3 times so far this round. Chaos is able to capitalize with the M-bar.
He's going to catch explosives again on the run. Oh, Mental with the hot hands.
Mental with the Kobe takes out Chaos. A guy that was on fire with the M-bar, taking him out was so important for this Optic Gaming roster. Praised is able to take out Desnide a nice 1v1.
Take a shot to give a shot sometimes. Mental, even though he was full red, he knew that he had He had about a 2 to 3 second, a 2 second window to hit that up A. He says, "Oh, you didn't kill me with that? My turn." Boom. You know, he understands the timing of the game so well.
You know, even if he had to risk his life, it was completely worth it because Chaos was a thorn in Optic Gaming side, and with 4 players waiting to respawn, LATAM Kings was unable to stop Optic Gaming from winning their 5th round in this map. So guys, we're coming up at halftime. All weapons on the map have been removed, and here we go. On board with Solours, 20 kills, 6 downs. A guy that's slaying out of his mind for this team. Like I said earlier, Solours plays a support role on some maps, and other maps where he's able to be himself with the power weapons and the shotgun. He produces.
He really does produce, and we're seeing something. This Optic Gaming squad is pretty nice.
You think?
They're pretty nice. All right, and, you know, I'm still gonna, I'm gonna wait till they win their first event as a unit. You know, I'm gonna wait for that first before I declare them.
Great.
Part of the greatest, and that every other team probably is gonna have such a difficult time.
We've seen this before. Atmo teaming up with Puff. We've seen all-star teams being put together, and they weren't really strong in the long run. So this is going to be up to Optic Gaming to prove that, even though they do have this all-star squad with all of these different personalities, they're able to mesh and win championships as well.
And I will say this, because you mentioned the Puff thing. Oh, hold up, LATAM Kings coming through. They're actually going to be able to win these engagements, push forward. They do get another round on the board, so that's going to be good for them. But, you mentioned the whole, Atmo and Puff, and that was 2008 Season 2, Gears of War 1. They came out into the mix, and they teamed up with God 603. Yeah. They also teamed up with Sneaky that first event as well, old school Sneaky, and they ended up winning it. But they weren't a dynasty. No. They didn't win every event that year.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? They looked good, and actually they didn't even win nationals that year either. So this team, they may look good now. They might actually even come out and win this next event.
I think.
But to have that same consistency that the old Optic roster had,
you have expectations to live up to, and that's different, Blaze.
That won't be as easy. Because that was something special.
Because you know what? This Optic Gaming, they put a target on their back now. So those Gaming, fresh off a championship, they're looking at them like, okay, we're gonna win again. Yeah. They have Fable, the guys who were able to beat Optic first. They're hungry. So all these teams are now gunning for this Optic Gaming squad. All right.
Yeah. So you're gonna have Explosive. He gets that kill. But folks, with it, these kills are flipped, and you guys are aware of that. But just want to reiterate it one more time. Optic looking to get towards match point, but They got 2 heals missing, and Monkeys wins a big fight. The question is, does he win the 1v2? He's going to wait for help, and he's going to get some help in this situation. But a down does come through, and that was a big kill for Adverse. He actually lands a solid shot. He got one more shot to give, but he misses it, and he's going to go down. So Optic Gaming with the man advantage is going to stand on top of this D-hill, but actually choosing to back up because of the power position in which Sleeper's in on the other side of the wall. He's going to get cleaned up. Now trying to enter this engagement, but just trying to buy time, wait for the team. He goes down. Optic Gaming match point.
Explosives with 2 garbage time kills. Able. Optic Gaming. I'm telling you now, these guys are definitely nasty. 6-2. Ronin, a squad that you can't laugh at. These guys are a threat, top 3 in Vegas, and they're pretty much being manhandled right now against Optic Gaming. But the draw show is coming up right after this, ladies and gentlemen. So after this game, make sure you stay tuned in to see who's pulled up with Optic Gaming.
I'm gonna let you know the positives of this match so far.
Go ahead.
Optic Gaming shows on the big stage how dominant they are again.
Yeah.
They're letting everybody know, hey, this is what we're gonna do to you guys, okay? Take a good close look, try to figure us out, but hey, at the end of the day, we are who we are.
Oh yeah.
But then LATAM Kings, they get their first engagement with them on a stage like this without being at LAN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without being in actual NOLA. So that's good to get that first rep in. Because to get that first rep in NOLA, that's a lot of pressure, right? Now, when they get that second rep in, they're going to be a little bit more comfortable against them. And that's going to do wonders for them.
And now you have film. You see, Optic's habits, how they do their, pushes together. That's going to be really important for teams such
they
as,
got film on it too now, too.
Fable, LATAM Kings, Ghost Gaming, and others. So, there's many positives to, playing this game if you're on LATAM Kings roster. But Monkeys here with the M-bar, 12 kills, 12 downs, coming about even when it comes to his stats. Woo! Trying to make a play, gets a shot on Mental for red, trying to fight back. Unable to, his average was able to get the kill. Solours using a boom shot to take out Sleeper as well. So here we go. LATAM Kings looking composed at the moment. But their biggest challenge, the mid-game strategy, the rotations, they're unable to do so against Optic Gaming. We're going to see if they can put up a fight right now to stay alive.
Praised. He gets some help in, and he's going to pick up that kill on Death tonight. He got 2 kills in favor of LATAM King. They're trying to get control over the neutral currently, and with Praised being extended to his opponent's side of the map, they're able to get that pinch in on the Adverse, so the D-Hill should go in their favor, but he's got an important 1v1.
This is what he wants. This is what he wants. This is what Praised wants.
That was the same situation. Homeboy delivered that shot. He was like, it didn't kill me. I'm right next to you. I got 2 seconds to deliver a clean uncontested shot on you.
It doesn't matter how ready he is. Praised always pushes fights he's confident about. He could be 99% and push somebody who's full health because he is that damn good with the shotgun. So here we are on board with Praised. 19 kills, 9 downs. He runs up, gets a chunk on Sleeper before he gets taken down and out by Chaos. So LATAM Kings currently at 8 points to 94. They have a long hill to climb if they want to go ahead and win this game. So we're on board with Chaos offering Lancer support. But LATAM Kings, they need 2 hills, Blaze.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah, they got the 2 hills. They're getting all the points. And but they're gonna have to be consistent. They're gonna have to win. That was a big gunfight that you needed to win against Explosives. You need to not let him get away from that. So he's gonna be able to reset. He's gonna have M-bar in hand as well. But what I wanted to make another comment about Praised, and I want to say what I love about Praised so much. In Gears Esports, it's different styles of players.
Yeah.
You got a wall bounce, flashier player that you kind of see with like Explosives and Toy Soldiers and that crew.
Yeah.
And then you have a more, slower, methodical style of player that you kind of see in Praised and Mental.
Yeah.
And it just shows that, folks, whatever play style you choose to play, they both can be successful, but just make that decision and master it.
See, Praised, you don't see him, wall bounce a lot to try to make clearance. He depends on his shot more than anything. And here we go, Optic Gaming winning map 2, 7-2.